Hi there, it's Wilson Bell with Bell Acres, and today I'm going to be taking you through how I mix my lactation ration for my milking goats, and then also the sheep that are milking for their lambs. So the first thing you are going to need is a recipe. Here is the recipe for mine, which is the post-lambing ration premix. This is an ingredient in the lactation ration. The ingredients of the post-lambing premix is cob, which is corn, oats, and barley that is rolled, steam rolled, I believe, with molasses on it. So there's 2 parts of that. Then we have peas. Split peas or powdered peas is what I prefer. And so for the post-lambing, we have 2 parts of that. Then AP is alfalfa pellets, which we have 1 part of. BP is beet pulp, which we have 1 part of, and the total crude protein of that will be 14%, as you can see here. And now, next, you need a recipe for my lactation ration, which is 1 part premix, which is a 14%, as you can see back here, and that's the recipe. And then we have powdered peas that go into this lactation ration too, so it's a 1 to 1 to 1. And then the 36% supplement, which is 36% protein. That's just a commercial supplement you can buy. And so this lactation ration will be 24.3% total crude protein. The second thing you will need is a scale. We have this hanging mechanical scale. This is so that you know for a fact that you are using 1 to 1 to 1 parts almost exactly for my ration. So put your bucket on there. This is the concentrate. It's a pellet. And so that weighs exactly 5 pounds. You can see it's offset for the bucket's weight. So when you hang it, you should get the feed weight, which is 5 pounds. So now we're going to put the concentrate into the mixer and weigh out the rest of our feed. So as you can see here, this is our second ingredient, powdered or split peas. These guys are, well, they're marketed as split peas, but they're pretty powdery. So I'd go powdered peas on these guys. But see, we use our scale, just above 5 pounds. I'll let it slide. And then they go into the mixer here. So this is the premixed post-lambing ration. It consists of cob, peas, alfalfa pellets, and beet pulp. So you can see the peas in here are a little bit different. Let's focus here. They're whole peas. They're marketed as split peas, but most of them are whole. You can see there's some halves in there. And then we'll throw this on the scale. And let's see. Oh, geez, that's almost 6 pounds. But, I mean, I'll let it slide. You've seen this in the previous video clips, but the third thing you'll need is a mixer. This is an old cement mixer that we got from one of our grandparents. Our grandparents had an old farm with this on it, and it's a manual. My stepdad put a manual crank on this. You crank it and it turns. And yeah, that's the third thing you'll need. The fourth thing you'll need is some sort of binding agent. I use molasses. You can pick up a bucket of molasses for about 50 bucks at the feed store. It's about $1 a gallon. But yeah, so this is our binding agent, and this will go in the mixer as we mix. So the first step to actually mixing this ration is to get it mixed with the crank before you add the binding agent. That's probably good enough. You can look in, you can see it's pretty mixed here. If you grab a handful, you got a little bit of each ingredient in there. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of pull it up so that it's a lot of surface area in this feed. Get more surface area for your binding agent to stick on. And then you're going to take your binding agent, you're going to unscrew it with one hand while the camera faces the mixer. And this molasses is sticky as all hell, so don't get it on you anywhere. And so you're going to want to take your molasses and just pour it in. And then you're going to want to be quick, and you're going to want to mix it. Give it a shot right down the barrel as it mixes. So the binding agent is in, and we're just mixing that into the ration here. So to know how mixed your ration is, you're going to want to stick your hand in there. And see, you can see these big chunks of molasses we still got in there. I'll grab some more. See them? You're gonna want to mix till those are smaller and, you know, they're actually mixed into the ration. See, this doesn't even have any molasses on it. So you want to mix until the molasses is fully incorporated. Okay, I've just stopped mixing to give you a view of the kind of finished product. You can see everything's got a nice coating of molasses, including now my hand. But it's very evenly distributed. You'll still get, let me find one here. You'll still get these like chunks of molasses every now and then, but here's one. These chunks of molasses in powder. But, you know, the sheep and goats love that. It's a delicious little treat for them, but you see how very sticky the molasses is. So now that our feed has been mixed, we're going to put it back in the bucket we used to weigh it all, and then transfer it into a storage bucket, which I'll show you. But this cement mixer is really handy. It's got a little handle here. You just flip it up and over. Put your bucket down there. Give it a good shake. Oh, and the bucket gets real heavy. You just want to make sure your bucket's under there. That's all of it. So, as you can see now, the bucket has all this delicious mixed goodness in it, which is going to go into our storage bucket. So this is the bucket that we keep our mixed post-lambing ration in. Its feeding rate is 2 pounds per day per head. These are its ingredients here. I've already told you them. This is its feed values, which are wrong. They're actually a lot higher, which I was very excited about. But I recommend this for any novice farmer or anyone just getting into agriculture. Label and things, like you can see here, 36% supplement. This is powdered peas, pre-lambing mix, post-lambing mix. These are just all my water buckets. But yeah, this is always good. I keep it labeled. And this is the old stuff. So as you can see, it has a little bit less molasses in it. This is just my first batch, but I'm going to move all this, put the new stuff in the bottom, and pour the old stuff back on top. So I'll cut back to when that's finished. As you can see, all the old stuff got moved to the top. The new stuff is down below. So that way we're just using up the old stuff before we get to the new stuff on the bottom. But that's how I mix my mixed post-lambing ration, which is also a feed for the dairy goat that I have. So that's a wrap on the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, that's fine. If you did, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. I'm hopefully going to be posting more, so thank you for your support, and hopefully this interests you. It always used to interest me, and people like me are the reason I now do what I do. So yeah, good day to all, and to all a good day.